Hi guys, I'm Johnny Good and this is Real Home Studio, and welcome back to part 2 of my series How to Record a Song in a Home Studio. And today we're looking at laying down the drum tracks and doing some drum programming with Addictive drums too. Just before we dive straight in, please do remember to like and subscribe up to the channel, and if you want to get involved, please do drop a comment in the comment section below. Okay, so last week we recorded our Ghost
Give the slip, I'm gonna dig myself a hole and sit and shiver
to a click track, and this week we want to get our drums down and start bringing the song to life. I'm going to be using Addictive drums too from Excellent Audio. If you haven't got the pennies to get hold of that, then I'll leave a link above for a great acoustic free kit which you can download. Okay, so in Addictive drums 2, this is just the basic Fairfax pack. I'm just going to use the neutral kit for now, because the first thing I want to do is see if there's a beat that's preloaded which is just going to fit this song really well, that we can just pad the song out with. So I'm just going to go and try a few different beats out. Okay, so I've just been trawling through some of these preset MIDI beats within Addictive drums, and I found American Rock Beat 2, synced it up, sounds like this. Great stuff. So that's going to work for starters, just to get that down on our template. Obviously we're going to want to be editing things like those hats and be putting fills in to give more colour to our drum performance. But at the moment, just for starters, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that beat and I'm going to throw it at the whole track. So let's just check it does sound okay. So we can just drag and drop that from Addictive drums 2, and let's just have a little listen.
Get myself to a beat, all the wind's in my head. It never gets easy here, so maybe I can meet you there, or I'm turning my back.
Top stuff. Okay, what I'm going to do is literally just copy and paste that in the rest of the track. So let's go. Okay, so now we've got our drum track copied and pasted. I'm just going to do a bit of the obvious donkey work now. So let's just take a listen to the end, and this is where I want the drums to drop out.
Back on the
so we want our drums dropped out there. So let's just open up the inspector and
turning my back.
Now we want that kick and cymbal to ring on for that section, but we can get rid of all of this, and now we should just have our kick and cymbal.
Turning my back on the words of their eyes.
Lovely stuff. Okay, so the first section of the song, I'm actually fairly happy with those open hi-hats. I think they sound alright.
All the winds in my head.
It's quite a big kind of rocky intro at the point where that kicks in, so I'm quite happy with that. But there's a point where we go into the bridge, I think might sound nice, then going down onto a ride cymbal.
Dreams and lies. And if I get a chance, I'm gonna give them the slip.
So what I'm going to do with this section here is just open it up. Our hi-hats are running along here. So let's just highlight our hi-hats and get rid of those.
If I get a chance, I'm gonna give them the slip.
Cool. I'm just going to run our ride in. There's our ride there. You know, always remember when you're programming, always try to think like a drummer. Otherwise you end up, a lot of people program like octopus drumming. So, you know, if you're hitting, drummer's hitting a cymbal, try not to hit the ride at the same time. You know, it all helps the realism. Okay, let's just patch this in anyway. Okay, so there's our performance there of the ride. The next thing we want to do is just quantize that, and we're performing in eighths, so we want to just quantize that into eighths. And you can see now that our ride is all perfectly timed. Let's have a listen. We've got a cymbal there, so let's just take our ride out. That one there.
So now we've got our ride section written in. Let's just have a little listen with that compared to coming out from the hats section.
They try to buy me with their dreams and lies. And if I get a chance, I'm gonna give them the slip. I'm gonna dig myself a hole and sit and shiver in it. Just give me half a chance and I'll try. Although I'll never be like Elvis, I won't ever wear the company tie.
Cool. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just go through the rest of the song. If there's any sections where I want that ride section replaced in the hat section, I'm going to go and stick it in right now. Okay, so we put the ride sections in, which is comprised of actually most of the outro and where that section repeated as well in the song. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is just liven up some of these fills just to give the song again a bit more realism and push. And in Addictive Drums, you can just fill in fill when you're searching this through the beats, and it's going to bring in all the fills that are in your MIDI beat menu. Again, you can get loads of add-on packs for this to suit your genre. But I've got a section here which has got sort of the fill from the original beat on it.
So maybe I can meet you there, or I'm turning my back.
Which, you know, isn't too suitable. So I found this fill here, Funk Fill L2. And that's alright, I think it's going to work okay. So let's just drop it in. Again, you know, you can write these, and I may find that I end up later down the chain wanting to write these in. But I tend to get a decent map together so I can progress and carry on working. The lovely thing about working in MIDI, particularly with the drums, is you can come back to these. You can change fills around to keep your recording process and the tracking process quite fluid still. So, you know, this can still be changed at any point.
So maybe I can meet you there, or I'm turning my back.
Okay, so the actual fill's quite nice, but we need to get into the editor and have a look, because we've dropped this in and it's chopped out some of our steady beat.
So maybe I can meet you there, or I'm...
So we just want to delete those hats there. Just simply copy that piece. And drop it in here. Okay.
Meet you there, or I'm turning my back.
Nice.
So maybe I can meet you there, or I'm turning my back.
So again, we may want to fill around with that just to get it sound a bit more natural. But I'm just going to go around now and using that process, just grab a few fills and drop them in the song. Okay, I just wanted to show you this part, which has got a fill which I want to write in. There's nothing really that's going to patch in that's in the library, so we've got this section. You know, really predictable beat, like that kind of thing. So I'm just going to patch something in, and I just wanted to take that through with you. So I'm just going to start just by doing getting the kick and the snare in the right place. Let's just dial that back a bit. Okay, then it often takes a little bit of fiddling around with the quantizing just to get those where you want them. So now we've got the kick and the snare. Right, we want to drop in our toms. And we can just quantize those together and
if I get a chance.
Cool. Okay, so I'm just working through this outro section and just putting in some original fills and just different fills for each section again, just to keep the realism up. And here's a nice one. So this is a really big fill transitioning into quite a driving outro. So for this I'm using a 4-bar fill, and it works really well. It's a funk fill that's in the original Addictive Drums pack, Funk Fill 4, and just take a listen.
Just give me half a chance and I'll try. Although I'll never be like Elvis, I will never. So don't be blue.
Nice. You know, a lot of these fills and the fills that come in the packs, the MIDI packs, are really useful because they're
pre-done, and they do sound really realistic. And they can save a lot of time, because drum programming can be so time consuming, and if I'm honest, quite boring. So absolutely utilise those pre-made fills which you get in Addictive Drums, and indeed in some of the free software as well, which you can find on the net. Okay, I'm going to crack on and get some more of these fills programmed in. Okay, so that's the fills done, and I've just checked through the track, just checking everything's in time. That's the most important thing at this stage when you're signing this off, that it's all a nice solid building block for you to continue tracking onto. Remember, it's set to a MIDI map, so you can always come back, change around fills if things aren't quite working for you, but the one thing you need to make sure is paramount, that it's nice and solid and in time. One more thing left for me to do, and that's just to choose a sound. I started off with the neutral. I tend to prefer the cleaner, sort of slightly roomy sounds that are on this Fairfax pack. It's a couple that I like. The Clean Craviotto.
All the whites of their eyes, the politician in the city spy.
Really nice sort of studio roomy sounds.
They try to buy me with their dreams and lies, and if I get a chance,
And the Terminator, but I think I'm going to go for the
gun in my bag.
medium-sized preset.
All the whites of their eyes, the politician in the city spy. They try to buy me with their dreams and lies, and if I get a chance, I'm gonna.
Yeah, nice. That sounds really nice and solid. Nice balance of sort of pop and rock sound about it. I do hope you found that helpful today. Next week, we're taking a look at laying down the bass track. My name's Johnny Good for Real Home Studio. Please do remember to like and subscribe. Most importantly, have yourself a great day.